What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. I just want to focus in on the Flyers having a rough go of it this season. Obviously, 25th in the league standings. Not where they want to be, not where the fans of Philadelphia want them to be. But there's always a silver lining. There's a good chance Philly ends up with a lottery pick, unless they pull off some miraculous run and make the playoffs. Now, it's McDavid and Cycle. Maybe, as great as both those players are, the best player for the Flyers could just be Noah Hanifin. Now, I know we just did the piece talking about how he could be Cam Fowler and fall, and maybe he does fall out of the top three, and maybe Philly's picking, sixth, seventh, eighth balls there. Definitely a possibility. Having said that, why is Hanifin the best fit? Quite frankly, he's a potential to be a number one defenseman in the NHL. Philly has not had one of those since Chris Pronger went out with an injury 4 years ago. 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. They went all in against Shea Weber in 2012. It didn't happen. They've been kicking the tires. I mean, personally, I think instead of, and I said it then, and now I look like a damn genius. The money they put towards Vinny Cavalier, they should have gone out on the market, tried to get themselves a defenseman to solidify that back end. I mean, you're looking at, they don't exactly have, Dominic Hasek between the pipes, but I think they're not giving their goalies a fair chance. And I mean, if you're able to draft and develop a number one defenseman, by all means go for it. I mean, they've got some good prospects in the system. Obviously, Samuel Morin, comes to mind. He's having a decent World Junior for Canada. I don't think he has the upside Hanifin does. But there's a number of other guys that I think can be legitimate NHL players. I like what I've seen from Robert Hagg in the WJC as well. I liked him. He's not one of those guys I thought should have gone in the first round of the 2013 draft. I said that about him, said that about Nick Petan, and in both cases, I'm definitely, I'm not wrong. And I like Travis Stanon from the Calgary Hitmen as well, their first round pick this year. But I think Hanifin's got a higher offensive upside than all of them, a higher all around upside, and I just think having farm system full of defensemen is beneficial, especially for a team that's been struggling on defense. Because the bottom line prospects is not all of them are going to pan out, but if you can hit one out of the park, you're doing pretty good. I mean, you look at the common trend among all the Stanley Cup championship teams in recent years. They have a Drew Doughty, a Zdeno Chara, Brett Seabrook, Duncan Keith. You can go back a little further, Nick Lidstrom, and then Anaheim having Pronger and Niedermeyer. You need that stud number one defenseman if you want to win the Stanley Cup, and that's the expectations in Philly year in year out. So if they're able to draft and develop Noah Hanifin into that missing void, they have had in recent years, that'd be a definitely good situation for them. I think that's probably the best case scenario for Philly in this draft. I mean, I guess hypothetically speaking, landing Connor McDavid would be, the best case for any team. But you think about with Hanifin, if he reaches his potential as like a Drew Doughty type, not that it's guaranteed, quite the opposite. But you add a guy like that to the core nucleus they have with a Voracek, with a Claude Giroux, those guys just starting to hit their primes now. That's going to be a dangerous team in Philly. Not only is it going to be dangerous offensively, you have a guy back there that can make those goals that Giroux and Voracek and those guys put up on the board. So, I think that could be the best realistic scenario for the Flyers. So, that's just the way I'm looking at it. But, it'd be pretty cool, kid from Boston being Philly's long anticipated savior on the blue line. And then if Philly get themselves a decent goalie, a little bit better than Mason, I think they'd be. I think you can do a lot worse than Mason, just for what that's worth. But anyway, that's our episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.